Netflix's Human Vapor kicks off with a wave of killings, all set in motion to expose a shocking crime that had been buried for decades. Over the course of 8 episodes, a journalist named Kyoko and a detective named Kenji dig into secrets tied to their own pasts, secrets that end up shaping their futures too. By the end, the killers are brought to justice, but that victory comes at a cost, and it's a bittersweet one for our 2 leads. Now here's the thing. Even though most of the major loose ends get wrapped up, the show leaves behind just enough breadcrumbs to set up a second season. Netflix hasn't officially renewed it yet, but here's why fans are optimistic. It was never labeled a limited series, which means the door is very much open. And if Season 2 does get greenlit, the expected release window is 2028. What loose ends could Season 2 tie up? Let's talk about where the story could go next. The core mystery, the murder that kicks everything off, actually gets solved halfway through Season 1. And as more bodies pile up, we learn who's behind each one. By the finale, the show isn't asking who did it anymore. It's all about bringing these people to justice. And that goal, it gets accomplished. But a few threads are deliberately left dangling. Here's the big one. Kyoko herself ends up taken over by the human vapor. At first, it looks like she's been killed off, but the final scene flips that on its head, revealing she's actually transformed into the vapor. Then, a year after everyone believes she's dead, she reappears to Kenji, triggered by the exact same song that was originally used to summon the very first vapor. So naturally, Season 2 would need to explore what this transformation actually means for Kyoko going forward. There's also room to dig deeper into the Meteorite's origins, and exactly how it turned Ren into the human vapor in the first place. And then there's the corruption angle. Miura was set up as the season's main villain, the guy orchestrating everything from the top. But once his secrets get exposed, he makes a call to his own boss, revealing he's actually been taking orders from someone else this whole time. That opens the door to a whole new mystery, one that could force Kenji and his team to go back and question everything they thought they knew about the White Center and the Meteorite. They might even uncover a second cover-up, one that leads them to even more powerful players who were pulling strings behind the scenes the entire time, people who slipped under the radar in Season 1. And Kyoko? She'd likely be part of that investigation too, though exactly what role she'd play is still up in the air. Who's returning and who's new? If Season 2 picks up right where things left off, expect the entire main cast back. That means Shunoguri returning as Kenji Okamoto, Yu Aoi as Kyoko Kono, and Suzuhiro as Kaho Fujikawa. Now Kaho's brother Fujita dies in Season 1, but don't count Kento Hayashi out just yet. He could easily return through flashbacks that flesh out more of her backstory. And UTA's Ren Sutsumida, the actor behind the human vapor himself, could also come back to help close the loop on Kyoko's arc and the full truth behind the Meteorite. On the supporting side, characters like Michiko and Tatsuya, both key to uncovering the truth and getting justice served, could return as well. And since Miura survives the season, there's a real chance he comes back too, possibly to finally expose the people above him. But here's the most exciting part. Season 2 is expected to introduce brand new villains, ones described as even more powerful and more dangerous than anything we saw in Season 1, which means the stakes for our heroes are about to get a whole lot higher. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more.